Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Misscliks Risen, Tomb of Annihilation, Episode 10, the actual finale. It's been a little crazy for me. My head is a little bit jumbled. I have an idea of what might happen today. I don't know. We'll
Yes.
see what happens. But before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's do a roundtable. Britt.
Hey, it's me, Britt Wiseman. Hi, guys. How are you? Coming to you live from the middle of the night in Amsterdam. It's very cold here and very lovely. And I'm very excited to play from a new country. Danny. What's up?
Hi, I'm Danny. I'm coming to you from the normal room I do this from. Yeah, I'm really excited to see what the crap is happening, because last time we time traveled to the past or something. I don't even know. I don't understand, but I'm really excited to get into it. And so is Wiley. Neil.
Hey guys, I'm Neil, and I'm coming to you live from Boulder, Colorado, where there's snow on the ground and squirrels in the trees. I play Langus Volmator, and I don't really know what's going to happen. I'm a little worried and confused. What about you, Executive Kelly?
Man, everyone's killing their intros today, all right? With the quips and just Britt, you had such eloquence.
I nailed it, guys. All I have to do is get super jet lagged and fly to another country, and I can do it.
You figured it out. That's the trick.
And now Kelly ruined it.
I'm Kelly Link on the internet. I am known as Hello Kelly Link. I play Yori Diggle, the halfling, thief, rogue, adventurer, accountant person in the group. It's been a great time playing it, and I'm excited to figure out what the hell is going on like everyone else. Curtis, what the hell is going on?
Oh, well, the last we left off, you guys were stumbling around in a tomb. You fought some oozes and jellies, and eventually you found your way into a giant room of snakes where Langus bravely...
Gallantly...
Stupidly?
summoned roughly 52,000 snakes onto his body so that the others could get through a portal, some kind of magical gate that has led them. They all did make it. Langus did not die, surprisingly. Through to another part of the jungle, and they were met by a young woman who seemed to be waiting for somebody else to come through that gate. And in the moment, she turned her head and said, well, I come from that village over there, which she said was Nianzaru. So we're going to find out what the hell that means right after this. All right, welcome back. Thank you for staying with us for that 20-second intro. We are going to cut right into it. You guys are currently, I think it's on your screen. Please tell me it's on your screen. The temple?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, perfect. It has a very similar look to it. It's obviously not nearly as large. It doesn't have the top part. It has stairs leading up to where you see a doorway in this image, but that is just where the gate stands. There's no doorway there. But it has this very similar stone structure. It looks a bit newer, though, as though maybe time hasn't ravaged it as has the others. But the woman is standing there staring at you, and does anyone recall what she said last time, or do I need to refresh your memories?
I need you to refresh my memory.
All right, so she basically asked where the others were that they were supposed to be coming, and
All right.
And she was clearly not expecting the four of you. And she's still standing there. And as she kind of points off to her village, Nianzaru, she turns back to you and says, so who are you then?
Wiley is actually trying not to laugh because she just thinks this is hilarious.
I am Langus Volmator, leader of our expedition, and we are here to help.
Yeah.
Have you been through the temple? Have you seen anyone alive?
I'm sorry, ma'am. That place is crawling with snakes.
Were you looking for snakes?
We have snakes.
We did find snakes.
Lots of them.
Is that where snake people came from?
Oh my god.
Well, I don't know. We're still waiting for Sidrud and the others to come through. They said they would finish defending the temple and join us, but it's been several months. You didn't see them alive?
Defending the temple? Maybe they
Defending
were
it
on
from
a
what?
break?
She kind of looks a little bit distraught and she says, I see. I guess they won't be joining us then. I think you should probably speak to our leader, Saduk. He would like to talk to you, I'm sure, about what you saw in the temple.
Yeah.
Of course.
Sure. We're
Alright.
very, very sorry.
She just kind of nods sadly and walks down the stairs, and she just looks up at you to follow.
I lean heavily on Wiley since I'm still almost dead and make my way down the stairs.
Right.
I'll help Lingus down the stairs like you would an old lady. Like I've got arm in arm and I'm like hanging on, just making sure he doesn't go anywhere.
Would there
Still
be a-
laughing hysterically because Wiley's like, I know I didn't need to be anywhere anyway, so
Would there be a healer in Chult, perhaps?
Do you ask this woman?
Yeah.
She says, I'm sure we can find something to help you. Yes, it looks like your friend is not doing so well. What did you encounter when you were in there? She starts to walk down. It's like a pathway, but it's still clearly overgrown. Like they've clearly walked this maybe over the last few months, so it's not like a road or anything. But she's following the trail. And she's leading you, but she is asking you questions. What did you see in the temple?
Snakes?
Wiley
More snakes.
spins a grand tale of Langus's heroic deeds in the temple. Because I really want him to feel better.
Don't forget about the oozes, the weird oozy thingies that crawled all over us.
That's right. Cut them in half, they split in two.
Mm.
It's weird
I was
magic.
stuck in a hallway for that part, but
The unreasonably small hallways.
yeah, there were such
to
small
talk to
hallways.
Whoever designed those really needs to consider all sizes of people.
That's probably what happened to your friends, is they got stuck in
Tunnels?
some hallway.
What kind of tunnels did you find exactly?
Dark ones?
Yes.
I mean, they were kind of like a piping system, too. There was some sort of flushing system. Does
They
that
had a
sound right?
sewer
Very
vibe to them.
Not to say that your temple is a sewer, but
But it
She
might be a giant
kinda-
toilet.
She kind of nods and she's like, yes, I mean, that was all there when we lived there. I don't understand why. I don't understand tunnels. They must have been working on something after we left. And she says, no matter, you need to speak with our leader. He will, I guess, fill you in on maybe what he can, and he would like to hear, I'm sure, what you have to say. And at that, you only walk for maybe like 10 minutes and you come through a clearing out onto the beach, and you do see this village of about, you just kind of quickly count 12 thatched huts. And there are a few people that are watching as you wander in, and the young woman just kind of says, just wait here. I'll go get him, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Okay.
She disappears into one of the larger huts at the end of the village on the far side.
Okay, well, she does. I quickly turn to the rest of the party and go, okay, so we're not in regular Cholts anymore. Should we restrict what we tell them at all? Should we tell them about time travel stuff and their future?
Is there a book on this anywhere? Like, how do we is there rules? I think we just kind of play it by ear.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing to hide from them, really, if nothing we know exists yet, right?
Right. I mean, we could rule this place.
Okay, I won't go that far yet.
I mean, you know.
I mean, like, hang on to that idea for the long con, but like, let's handle today first.
That's just you literally just almost died.
I am still carrying you around right now.
Still, they don't look to have any nobility here to lead them, and clearly people need leaders. So
she just went to get Saduk.
Yeah, this Saduk person might be a leader.
From a thatched hut. Nobles don't live in thatched huts. Trust me.
You don't live anywhere, Langus.
You guys can make a perception roll. You guys are kind of standing at the edge of the village, which is right along on the coast. It's actually quite a beautiful view. But each of you guys make a perception roll.
Perception.
Oh,
2 20s.
Danny.
Oh,
Danny knows everything.
I didn't have the thing open yet, so I couldn't see it. But cool.
All right, so everyone but Yori, who seems to be distracted by what is Yori distracted by at this point, right now?
Langus's ever persistent obsession with controlling some kind of like surf. And how like it might actually be a genuine problem that he has. And she's starting to realize that maybe they're not the good guys. Maybe like this is a fate that has directed them in such negative paths.
All right, the rest of you, while Yori is deep in thought, the rest of you just take a quick look around, and you start to see different types of people. There's a couple of elves, a couple dwarves, a couple of humans, a couple of halflings. They all have darker skin, as though they probably just like a dark tan. They all have a very similar skin tone, and they are watching you quite intently. The one person that they're looking at the most, though, is Langus.
Of course they are. I mean, big red beard. I'm clearly the most noble person standing around, yes.
Also the most injured.
That's a minor point here, Danny. Many people are wounded.
You see a 5-year-old elven child kind of coming around behind one of the huts and trying to sneak up on Langus. With that, actually, Wiley sees that with her double naturals.
I notice and don't say anything about the elven child. Like I try to play it cool, see what's gonna happen.
All right,
here.
So yeah, she's pretty small, and she looks like she's very mischievous. She's got this little twinkle in her eye. She reaches down into the grass and she plucks a stone and she throws it, and it hits the side of his armor and makes a ting noise, and her eyes go wide. And that seemed interesting to her for some reason.
Oh, I bet she's never seen metal before.
What?
Something's up. I'm still holding Langus. I think I'll
Okay.
I'll I don't know. Does he have a helmet or a shield or something?
Mm-hmm.
He's got a shield in there.
I think I'll kind of set Langus down and pick up his shield and start drumming on it, ding ding ding, and pick up some sticks and just start messing around and having fun by myself.
Right. So when you do that, she smiles and she doesn't seem to be afraid. She wanders over and she's like, "Hi."
Hi. What's your name?
My name, Celia.
Celia. That's pretty. How old are you, Celia?
I'm 5.
5. Wow, that's super young, right? Especially for an elf.
I'm a big kid.
You are a big kid. You seem like you know what you're doing.
What are you doing here?
Where'd
you come from?
We just showed up. Where'd you come from?
I live here.
Have you always lived here?
No, it came through a big stone circle with like lots of lights. But we used to live underground in a house under the ground.
Oh, was it nicer there, or do you like it here?
Well, I like it here. It's nice on the beach, but I miss our friends. They said they were coming, but they haven't come back yet. Have you seen them?
Oh, I see. I think we came from the same place your friends were coming from, but we didn't see any, so we're still waiting for them too.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see them again. It's been a long time.
Yeah, I hear.
Sidrid is real nice, and he took care of us.
Mm-hmm. I look to the rest of the party like, oh my god!
Why did you all decide to come out here? Why did you do that?
Well, Dad said that there was some bad monsters that were trying to get into our house, and so we had to leave. And then our friend Asarak, he basically said that the magics that he used, something went wrong, and so now we're just here waiting to figure out what to do.
Did you say a Sararak?
Yeah.
Huh. I've never heard of him before. Tell me more about your friend Sararak.
Oh well, he's pretty nice. He does cool magic tricks for me sometimes. And she points over to one of the huts. He just lives over there. And actually, you know what? He just came back. He was on a bit of a journey. Sometimes he goes into the jungle for a long time. But he just came back. He looked mad when he came back, though.
Oh no! You know what happened to him while he was out there this time?
No, I haven't talked to him yet. Dad said to leave him alone.
Oh, okay.
So at that point, you see two people return with the woman you saw at the temple.
Mm-hmm.
They are both.
Is that Sidrid?
No, Sidrid. They've referred to Sidrid. You don't know who they're talking about yet, though.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure.
But yeah, she shows up and she points to the lot of you, and she says, "These are the people that I was telling you about, Saduk. They don't seem to really understand what's happened, and I don't think they. Well, I'll let them explain." And then he just steps forward. He's a very tall, again, a very tan-skinned human, and he's in very good shape. But he has a long black beard that has like gray swaths going through it. And so he steps forward. So you were through the temple. What can you tell me? What did you see? As much detail as possible, please. We've been waiting for Sidrid to come through, and he's not.
I'm gonna take the little girl and like continue to play with her and like leave her off a little bit. Like,
I just start
here, play with these.
I'm like, there were traps, there were snakes, there was plumbing issues, there were ooze cube things. Were they cubes? I think they were ooze. They were ooze.
Ooze-shaped
things that came out of the pipes.
And there was time travel.
Oh, well, okay.
Time travel? What do you mean?
What do you mean, Langus?
I mean...
Volator, last of his line?
For now. This is Port Nyanzaru, right? Or what will be, eventually, one day, Port Nyanzaru.
I don't know what it will be.
Wiley is like trying to kind of overhear what they're saying and shoots Langus like a, okay, maybe not that much information look.
We entered and exited in very different ways, and we think we have shifted somewhere. Does that sound familiar to you? Did you end up not where you were supposed to be?
Do you think that maybe your friends have been lost to time?
And space?
He's like, I'm not the one who built the gates, so I don't have an answer for you. We came here to escape an attack by a very angry faction of Yuan-Ti. and they attacked us because Sidrud was a defector. He just kind of like stands there for a second. He looks over and he's like, "Oh, my apologies. This is my wife, Amala. She takes care of many of the children here. We didn't think that we would be here this long. We thought Sidrud would come with the others and take us to the next safe place. This was only meant to be temporary until we could get out of here."
And how long has it been?
We've been here for a few months.
Huh. A few months.
You said you traveled through time. When?
I mean, we were there then. We're here now. You know.
When you went through the
standard
portal,
time.
did Port Nyanzaru change at all? Like, did it regress?
I don't know what you mean when you say Port Nyanzaru. Our town is called Nyanzaru. We have just started building it.
Wiley yells, "So, what year is it? We've been adventuring for a while." Over her shoulder, still playing with the child.
Well, we only really started tracking our calendar when we created our new tribe. We are the Nyanzaru tribe, and Sidrud was our leader. I'm only here as a de facto leader until he returns, but I don't know what's happened. Perhaps you could speak with Asarik and he could tell you what the gates are about, or I don't understand the magics behind them. I'm sorry.
We would love to speak to your wizard.
Well, he's not in a very good mood, I'll tell you that, but I'm sure he'd be interested to hear you're the first to come through. I'm sure he'd be eager to hear what you've seen. And he just kind of points over to the hut that the elven girl pointed at. Like I said, he's in a mood, so step carefully. He says, you can stay here as long as you need. We don't have a lot of shelter, but we do have food. If you can find your own shelter, you're welcome to stay as long as you like.
Thank you. Your hospitality is most welcomed and appreciated. Then I give the party the, I got this. Don't worry, I'll talk to the wizard. I know what I'm doing. Look. Which I don't know how much you trust.
Wiley will follow Lingus and leave the shield and sticks on the ground for the kids to play with, hoping that they stay there.
Okay.
Yori follows as well.
Okay, so you guys head over towards the hut. And inside, you can, as you're getting closer, you hear someone talking to themselves in quite an angry voice. And as you get to the door, it's not a door, it's just like a sheet of leaves that they have stitched together. It parts, and you see a man standing there, and he's got a deep scowl on his face, and he looks at you with surprise. Who the hell are you?
I am Langus Volmator. This is Yori Diggle. Over here, we have our lovely half-orc, Wiley, and our beloved druid over here.
Lalu.
Oh yes, I'm sorry, Lalu. Our lovely druid Lalu.
This is the guy you see. He looks haggard. He looks like he's been out in the jungle for quite some time. And he's like, "Where did you come from?" And he looks to Langus and he taps on your armor. "What is this exactly? What kind of magics have you used to create this shell?"
Wiley's heard this twice now and realizes that these people definitely have not traveled through time ever in their lives, or they would recognize metal. So I take over the conversation a little bit and go, "Yeah, we're from somewhere far away where they figured out some new armoring techniques."
Yeah.
Interesting.
I will draw my longsword and present it to him as well, so he can look at it.
So he looks it over. Interesting. Beautiful. And he kind of moves it around a little bit and hands it back. Did you come through the temple?
Yep, we did. You came. That's where
Excellent,
I came from.
excellent. Please, I have been waiting for someone to come through. Anyone to know what has happened with the magics that I wrought for that gate. Please, come inside. And he goes back in, and yeah, you just hear him disappear inside. He's rattling some things around as you stand outside.
Yeah, I think we walk in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we walk in. Wiley's like, "Thank you, sir."
Yeah. I feel a little nervous. I'm just gonna go with it.
It's gonna be great.
All right, so you walk in and you see tables full of just stuff. A lot of maps that it seems to be that he's been hand drawing. Ink wells everywhere. Half the ink is spilled out all over the place. You can see that there is like a few alchemy kits that he has. There's open bags with some flasks and stuff still inside, as though he's just like half unloaded these bags and put them on tables that are like fairly nicely crafted, actually. It looks similar to the style that you would have seen of anything in the temple that you came from. Similar, if there's any kind of like etchings or anything that has like that, the same kind of the same kind of look to it. And on another side, he's got looks like a crafting table of some kind, and on it he has this strange looking. It almost looks like a goblet with a skull on it. And around the goblet, at the bottom of it, there's arcane writing all around the outside of it. And right now it's fastened with a just literally like a cloth that's holding it together. And he goes over to the map. He pulls out a couple of chairs, puts them out, and he's like, "Oh, please, now have a seat. I must know everything. I need to understand what went wrong with the gate. Sidrud would be here already. Something must have gone wrong."
What temple is this a temple of? Exactly. What was it used for?
It's not really a temple. It was some ruins that we had come across. Sidrud was a defector from the Yuan-Ti. He wanted to start a new tribe, a new culture, and he invited lots of people in, but that created many enemies for him. And unfortunately, after our tribe had been together for a number of years, our location was discovered, and we had to make a hasty retreat. I created the gate list as quickly as I could. They said they would remain behind to defend the temple to make sure that no one else would pass through the gate, and we have not seen them since then. But what can you tell me?
We didn't really see bones of people, did we?
Did not notice any bones.
Not lots
I
of dead
feel like-
bodies, just lots
I
of
feel
snakes.
like in that last room there were bones. Maybe in my memories.
You're just thinking about Langus's possible fate.
Yeah.
Is this guy like giving off any vibes?
Why don't you make an insight check?
Getting any vibes off this guy?
I wanna do an insight check too.
All right. Let's see.
Oh my god!
Wiley knows everything today.
I'm like, he's a
Literally
guy.
everything.
He's a guy, guys. All right.
Okay,
He's
so
a guy.
what he's telling you right now is true, but it's clear. The one thing that you notice is how when he had an opportunity to like talk about the temple, when he came out, he was mad about something and he quickly dismissed it, and that's weird.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it. What he's telling right now seems to be the truth.
Okay. Okay.
What?
I need to think.
What is your interest in bones, sir?
Well,
What?
I don't really have an interest in bones, but I'm curious as to what happened to Sidrud. He was a very close friend of mine.
Well, we've been lost in this jungle for quite some time now, and happened upon this big old temple, which looked pretty run down when we found it.
Run down.
Yeah.
Very, very rundown, overgrown, as though it had not been visited in a very long time.
Much like a toilet, in fact.
Yeah,
In many ways, like a toilet.
toilet.
He doesn't know what a toilet is. He doesn't know.
You're using some words I'm not familiar with,
A
unfortunately.
hole one would defecate in when
No,
one
stop.
needs to relieve oneself in the jungle.
Yes, the plungers. Those were my design.
Oh,
Do you not know where your own temple is from here?
Sarah invented the plunger, you guys!
Can
I'm
I pull?
just gonna fuck with the continuity.
Can I take a quick whisper aside to Yori while the other two seem to be talking to this guy?
Yeah.
I want to lean over to Yori and be like, "Is Sidrid the name of that UNT that we got the thing for Jorm from?"
You're right. Yeah. When he went crazy in that cult. He became a part of that cult and he said that he was doing it for Sidra. That's not the oh wait, we're in the past.
I understand. I don't know what to do with this information.
Yori's a bit shocked and a bit taken aback, even out of all the insane things that have happened in the last few months or however long it's been. This is a little sends a chill down her spine.
Wiley doesn't know what they're talking about, so she telepaths to both of them. Please think this story over again so I know what you're even talking about, please. But knowing that saying
You're
all
just
this out
standing
loud,
like this.
probably I'm pointing for your benefit.
So
But Wiley will think to Langus and Yori, you should fill me in on that because I wasn't with you guys when that happened. And who's Jorm?
Aseric is noticed that everyone's gone quiet and is going like this.
Sir.
And he kind of sits, he kind of leans forward. Are you all right?
This temple, your magic, you have been a part of it. You are the one that created the portal?
Yes, but that's why I need to understand what happened. If you didn't come across Sidrid and the others, the other Yanti that stayed behind, perhaps they left. Did it seem that the place had actually been taken? With the whole problem is that they were trying to buy us time and allow me to work the magic that I needed to. If they were going to stay behind and lay traps and make sure that if anyone got through that front door, that they would pay for every inch that they took. But
well, there was traps.
There were traps.
There weren't dead people, and I feel like I've heard the name Sidrid before at some point, so I think that they might have gone through, but in a different portal. Is that possible? Do you know if your magic what kind of magic is this?
How many portals you got?
You got a lot of portals?
well, the one that you came through, which connects to the main gate back at our old home, that is all.
Old home? What old home?
The temple. We used to live there.
So where does...
He's like, oh my God.
So, where does that portal go, though? If it's going from your old home to the temple, which is your old home, it's the same portal.
That's correct. They are connected.
Why haven't you been back through the portal?
Yeah.
It's one way, unfortunately.
You built a one-way portal?
I didn't have a lot of time. You must understand it was built in haste.
Oh,
and
no,
I must
it's okay.
understand.
You did
I must
your
understand
best.
what has
That's
happened
all
at the temple. I must understand if we are we in danger? Are the Yanti going to find us? We are not that far from.
No, there are a
from
lot
our
of
home.
snakes left. Nobody's. No. I think
At least the way we came through the portal, there was no Yuan-Ti behind us or in front of us or around us. And
Okay, well,
we
that's
can't
good.
say that we saw your friends. So, my guess would be maybe that something happened with your portal and it's not sending everybody to the same place every time they go through, maybe.
Ooh, okay.
That's just a thought.
they might have just left.
It's troubling. It's very troubling.
Yeah, sorry about your friends, though. That really does suck.
I should have spent more time, but there wasn't time. Damn it!
Why wasn't there time?
The Yuan-Ti were
we
after
didn't know
They
how
were
long they
chasing
could.
them.
We didn't know how long the doors would hold
Against
against the Yonti that were coming to destroy Sidrid for betraying them.
Yeah.
and
What
what did
they saw
Sidrid
as a
do to
betrayal.
betray them?
He left. He used to be a priest. He used to be a priest for them not so long ago. He wanted to create a new society. That is our tribe, the Nyanzaru. He created that tribe and welcomed people in of all walks of life.
That's a good. I like it. Yeah, keep doing that. That's I have a feeling it'll work. Maybe there's some money I can invest in, some place I can help you out with. But for right now, how can we get that portal working and reverse it?
Oh, it works. It was only meant to be a one-way portal. I messed a few things up that I need to know more information before I can figure out what exactly went wrong. Tell me.
Maybe we build a new portal and try to go back to where you last saw your friends and when you last saw your friends. Because we definitely didn't see them. They weren't there when we came through.
Well, that's all well and good. Maybe I can do something about that, but I have a problem. See, I was out for a bit of a wander, and I seem to have misplaced my manual. I have all my notes in that book, and I don't want to go back out there alone.
A guide, maybe?
It's a manual. It's a book of all my magics and my creations, like the plunger.
Like the plunger.
Why do you laugh when it's a wonderful piece of technology?
It's a wonderful.
Good.
I'm honored because I've heard other people talk of this incredible technology that saves lives sometimes. And I'm honored to meet the creator of Plunger, sir.
She laughs when she gets happy and or excited.
Very emotional person.
She loves plungers.
Love inventions and plungers and things like that. So I would
How did you
love to
learn?
help you invent more things like a backwards portal. So
How did you lose your manual if it's like the most important thing you've ever owned?
Well, I was just in the woods and I dropped it.
That sounds like a great many wizards we've known in our time.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea where you dropped it at?
Oh, yes, I'm quite aware of where it is. Yes, I know exactly where it is. I just can't go back. I just can't go back there.
So you do know where it is.
It's not really lost as it is. I know where it is. It's just a little bit inaccessible for someone like me.
How?
Sounds like it's at an ex-girlfriend's house, you guys.
Is it accessible because the girlfriend doesn't exist? No. Okay, where do we go?
And why can't you go there?
I would prefer not to. You'll know it when you see it. It's not that I'm a coward or anything. I know my limits.
No, of course. You can't push yourself too far, especially when adventuring. We totally
So it's a big, hard-bound black book, and it has my name on the top. It's stitched in silver. A Serac.
Serac. Black.
Silver.
Gotcha.
So, and he points
All
off into the jungle. If you go directly, he kind of points out the door. Go directly that way for about 1.5 miles.
A mile?
It'll be next to a tree. That is not my poop there. That was an animal. I was investigating the poop. Not my poop.
Totally.
It's literally 1.5 miles. Okay. Okay.
Let's do
So
this.
you bring that back to me, and I'm sure I can help you get back home wherever that might be. By the way, before you go off out into the jungle, where are you from?
Everywhere.
We're literally from all over. We happened
around.
to get shipwrecked on this island together, and I didn't know any of them before this. We all met on a ship. I'm from a daycare in. And she just starts naming a town and like rambling about where the things that are in that town and awful useless information.
That didn't help me at all. Okay, well, when you decide that you want to be honest with me and tell me what exactly it is you experienced at the temple, perhaps I'll be able to figure out what went wrong with my magics. But until then, you're going to keep dancing around what the truth is. Go find my book. At the very least, I can start planning.
Hey, Mr. Truth! You won't tell us why you won't come into the jungle again, so...
Yeah, is there danger that we're going to encounter that you're not telling us?
Wiley, like...
I don't think there will be. I just got scared, okay? I got scared, and I pooped, and I left my book, okay?
Are you like a very powerful...
Shh, no, it's totally understandable for things to get out of hand when one's out. You know,
yeah,
she's like,
I'm
scooting the party out of the tent as I'm like, yes, let's go. Everything's totally understandable, guys.
Yeah, makes tons of sense. Friends stuck in a temple, book's only a mile and a half away, won't save them. Sure, let's go get the book.
To die.
Okay.
All right. So you guys
I'm just walking
out.
with my hands up saying this stuff. Yep, let's go then. Sure, this all sounds safe.
Let's go.
All right, so you guys head out into the jungle following kind of the direction that he pointed. And sure enough, you do see the same kind of barely trodden path. You can see that he's obviously gone into the jungle from this point before. And you follow that for a little while. Why doesn't Lila make a survival check, see if she can track this book down?
In the meantime, can I see if the kids are still playing on the shield?
Oh yeah, do you want your shield, Langus?
Yes, please. I do.
Wiley will walk over to where the kids are all playing with the shield and just be like, "Okay, guys, playtime's over. We actually need this. I'll bring it back, though. I promise."
No.
Sorry, you don't get an opinion about this. And she leaves.
I'm telling my dad.
I have a game for you.
Oh.
I pull out a coin. I show her one side. This is heads. I flip it over. This is tails. I'm going to flip the coin in the air, and if it lands on heads, I win, and if it lands on tails, you lose, okay? And I flip the coin. Tails, you lose. Give me my shield back.
Give me that coin, and I'll give you that shield back.
I give her the coin.
Wait, you... Okay.
Wiley says to Celia, "Hey, have you ever ridden a dinosaur?" And then, just leaves and plants that idea in her head and goes.
Okay. All right.
It's dangerous.
I'm trying to start the dino racing, that's going to become the future of Fort Nanzaro.
All right, so you guys head off. You have the shield. You got a 16 survival. Yeah, so after, it's about a mile and a half. It takes you about 20 minutes to get there. While you're following the track, though, you notice that, sure enough, you see just on a bit of a rise up, there is a tree there, and you see the book is kind of like leaning against it. It's maybe about 40 feet up ahead. But that's when you also notice that there is a very large dinosaur footprint here. You can make a nature check to see if you know what that is.
Yeah. Lalu, what is that? She points.
I walk over to it and I look at it really hard and I say, "It's a..."
That is a Tyrannosaurus Rex footprint.
It's a T-Rex.
And the poop next to it, is it a human poop or a
the poop is near the books, so you'll have to go investigate that a little bit further. I want everyone to make a perception roll.
Okay.
Everyone?
Poop perception.
Yeah. You need an 8.
Poopception.
Poof.
Okay,
You're
Wiley.
not, oh my god.
Wiley is the only one who understands this poop.
Oh yeah.
This is the best game ever, guys.
How on earth?
Wiley is a poop expert, you guys.
So
we
Wiley,
don't know.
you're not. That was not a roll for poop. That was a roll for you. As you're talking a lot about the poop, you also hear a a crashing, crunching noise somewhere to the southeast of you. No one else seems to notice that because you can't hear over her talking about the wizard's poop. You can't hear, but you do hear something. Something's coming crashing towards you.
I say, what was that?
That was you talking about poop.
No, there wasn't poop. It wasn't poop. It was a crash. It was a crash.
All right. As she says, what is that? You guys are not really ready because you're caught off guard. You see the T-Rex coming straight forward. Now everyone can roll to poop. No, I'm just kidding. Let's get some skirmish music on, shall we?
Some
rolling initiative.
Yeah.
Let's roll initiatives, please.
No, he's just going to walk by us.
He's coming for the buck. Oh, Langus, you rolled really well for your initiative.
Oh,
well done.
God.
Thank you.
Remember, everybody gets a +2 because I'm here.
Yeah, change your number.
Yeah, so I'm a whopping 7.
All right, everyone change their numbers. Oh, no, we got one more.
There we go.
Go down there. Okay. All right, so Langus, Lalu, and Yori, you cannot act this round because you are caught off guard by a giant T-Rex.
Oh.
Just had to roll an 8. You failed.
Oh.
Wiley, you get to go first. What's your action?
I'm putting up the wall and running for the book. I need to grab the book.
Okay, so I will... The book, let's just draw it in here.
Also, have we had a long rest since our last...
Or even a short rest?
Or anything?
I will say you guys you're fully back to normal. It'll just say that you spent time with the old wizard and that was relaxing. So that white square is where the book is.
Okay.
Everyone has full hit points,
Oh,
full spells.
God. The book is not where I was hoping it would be.
All right. Wiley, what's your action?
I'm putting up the wall, like, diagonally in front of the monster dude.
It's like that.
And so he needs to make a wisdom saving throw to go through it if he wants to attempt that.
Okay, I'm just trying to move this thing here. So you want it like this?
Yes.
All right. You're staying where you are?
I'm gonna start running off to the side as far as I can.
All right. Make your move. You can move, I think, 30 feet. So 6 squares.
1, 2, 3,
Yeah, that's
4.
right.
Right there?
All right. He senses movement and goes right after you.
Yay.
5, 30. What is this thing's movement? Oh, 50.
God!
Here he comes. He's going to bite you.
No!
Okay. Ah!
Oh.
Nom, 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 nom. He charges forward. He sees you take a beeline through the jungle, and his head turns, and he roars this. It just like all the leaves around him shake and shatter, and he just goes straight after you and bites you for 27 points of damage.
Okay.
He bites you, and you just kind of get ripped into. He cuts open your clothing, cuts down into the muscle, and then throws you aside a couple of feet, and roars triumphantly as blood pours down his mouth.
Okay.
All right.
I still have 10 hit points left, but I like mentally to everybody say, "Get that book!" as I faint or whatever.
All right. Top of the order, Langus.
Okay, I just need to see if my abilities will even affect this dinosaur the way that I want them to. I think the answer is no, though.
He's too big, right?
I think he's too big. Yeah.
You gonna try to knock him off of a bridge, or
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right, Langus, let's do this. Lunging attack. Okay, so I'm gonna go 20 feet to the dinosaur and make my long sword attack.
Sure, go for it.
Which is a 13.
That is a hit.
Wonderful. I'll do 11 damage. And I'm going to also throw in my other thingamajobber here, which will do another 5 points of damage, but he's too big for me to actually push, so it's an extra 5 points of damage only.
Okay. Right,
And then I'm going to action surge to give myself another attack, and I will hit him again. For another 11 to hit.
That does not hit, unfortunately. It does, but his hide is so thick, it just kind of glances off. You cut into it, but it just looks like a scrape on the side of his leg. He roars. He looks down at you and roars, though. Looks like he might come after you next. Lalu.
Ooh, I'm trying to find if there's an animal that runs fast enough that I can pull him away and run away, but I can't find one right now. So I will, let's see, maybe I should distract him and move him over. And the book's over by you guys, right, Wiley?
No, the book's
it's a white square.
You couldn't find it. Okay.
White square, bottom right corner.
Oh, I see it. Okay. So I'm going to, I don't know if this is a bad idea or not.
I already did the bad idea thing, so.
I'm trying to think if running toward it is probably not my best idea. I should probably stay behind the wall. I want to draw it away from you guys so you can heal, but I also don't want to die. Let's see. 5. Can I go 1, 2, 5, 10, 15, 20? Can I go over here? And is that far enough away that he can't? No, that's not far enough away. He can totally just run up and bite me. All right, I'm going to cast Moonbeam from now because I'm. All
right.
And
go for it.
Hope to God that I come up with a better plan in the meantime. So it's 2d10 radiant damage.
Okay, DC 14.
Save, yeah.
Yeah, no problem for the save. So it takes 4 damage.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, and I'm just.
And he transforms back into a human. Who would have known?
I think that's all I can do.
Okay. Do you want to move or do you want to stay where you are?
I will move over here behind the wall still, but on the other side, right here down to Yori, and kind of try and distract him while also trying to remain somewhat protected by the wall.
Okay. So a beam of white light just kind of shoots down, and it kind of like a little halo hits the top of his head, and he looks up. That's it. That's all that really happens.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yori, is Yori up? Yes. Yori, your go.
All right. Man, I don't think I'm the fastest because I'm short, even though I have high dexterity. That doesn't really affect my speed.
No.
So me running towards the book, it might be better for Lalu to go get the book, in my opinion, than me. I'm just gonna get close to it. I'm gonna hit it with my sword.
Make a wisdom saving throw against that wall.
What do I need to roll?
I think it's 13. Is that right?
It's 13.
All right, so you start running. You're like, oh yeah, that thing, and you get through no problem on the other side. All right, so you run through and end up there. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna hit it with my sword.
All right, go for it. Make your attack roll.
I've decided that when a friend goes through the wall, it just tickles really bad. You're just like, ah!
But I hate that. I hate that feeling.
You're just like, no, stop it!
Do I attack with advantage because of my they're 5 feet in front of me? No?
Yeah, sure. I mean, there's been attack against him already, so he's distracted. I'll give you the advantage. Sure.
Okay.
How much damage do you do?
That
24?
would be. Yeah.
All right, so you jump forward and stab it in the back of its giant leg. You actually rupture through a bunch of the muscles in the back, and you can see it staggers a little bit on its heavy frame. Go to town on it like a frost giant. Well done. Wiley, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna first use my delusion, which is like a cantrip, to make like a dying animal over in this area.
Okay.
And only the T-Rex will see that, by the way. But so I'm just like projecting that over there, and then I'm gonna do Crowned in Sorrow, which he needs to make a charisma saving throw, and then I'll roll, and if he fails, he just takes half.
I'm rolling so good.
Oh no!
Natural 20.
Okay, let me get this thing ready. It's gonna be 5d8 plus 5, which is my attack bonus. Not 50. Gosh darn it. Okay. So he'll take half of 25.
All right, so 12. All right, so it screams in pain from some unknown source, and it staggers again back a little bit, like it's losing its footing, even almost like it's losing its balance, but it manages to stabilize itself a few feet back, and it is still standing. Its action. Who moved last? I think it was Yori moved last, didn't she?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's an attack on Yori. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Goodbye, y'all.
Oh my god.
I have Uncanny Dodge. If I can see the enemy, I can use my reaction to have the damage done.
Good.
Okay. Is that for every attack?
Once per round.
Once per round.
Yeah.
All right. You also need to make a. Actually, I'm gonna make a little fun little rule here.
Ooh, okay.
Since you're uncannily dodging out of the way, you do not. You can make a choice. You can make a choice. You can take the full damage, or you can end up in his mouth.
Ooh.
So, what are you uncannily dodging? Some of the damage, or is he pulling you into his mouth?
Some of the damage. I have to.
Okay.
So I'll take 20.
Yeah, you take 20 points of damage, and he pulls you up into the air, and then he turns around and does a tail attack on Langus.
Ouch.
Oh my god.
14. I don't think that hits you, though.
Nowhere near it.
All right. So you just duck, and there's this huge tail just whooshes over the top of your head. And you actually, there's a wind that comes with it that almost staggers you off your feet, but you're able to stand upright. That is its action. Top of the order.
All right. So is it currently fully... Is it standing up all the way, or is its head still low because it just got to Yori?
It just came down, and it's pulling her up so about 5 feet maybe in the air, and she's dangling by a foot, like one of her feet is in its teeth.
Can I make a called shot against his jaw and then use my pushing attack to force his mouth open and have it drop out Yori?
Yeah, that sounds great, but I'll do it at disadvantage.
Perfect. I will take that.
All right.
Perfect.
All right, here we come. Disadvantage. 13.
Oh, you still got it.
All right, that is 10 damage plus my superiority die of 4. So that's 14 damage and a DC 14 strength saving throw, or he opens his mouth and Yori comes tumbling out.
All right, here we go. You ready? I've been
I'm
rolling
ready.
pretty well.
Oh.
Oh, so close, so close. Good try, though. It's a good idea. You try to, you hit it with the sword and get it like between some teeth. And you try to wrench it up, but it's just too strong. Its mouth is clamped down on her ankle. And it's excruciating pain for Yori. Do you want to move, or do you want to stay where you are?
No, I'm going to stay right next to our friend Wiley here.
Okay, all right. Lalu is up. You're muted, by the way.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm just doing some math.
What any good D&D session should all be about.
Dang it, I'm so far away. Oh no. I gotta help. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how best to solve the situation. Can I turn into a giant elk, or are those so rare that I would not have seen one?
If you've seen one before, then you can turn into it.
I think I would have. They live on the material plane. They're quite rare, but I think I would have seen one in my adventures in the forest with the druids. So I'm going to turn into a giant elk.
All right.
And
like a giant one, or just like
No, not that one. Sorry. I think that's the wrong CR rating. Shit. These animals are just not fast enough. Riding horses have like 0 HP.
How about a panther? Can you turn into a panther? Because they can go 50.
I think I don't see panther on the list. What does it say? The CR rating? I'm looking on.
Yeah, it's
oh, here
half,
it is.
so I
Yeah,
think you
it's
can.
actually fine. Yeah.
Quarter.
Yep. I'm gonna be a panther. I'm gonna
Alright,
be
there
a
you
panther. Oh my god, it's got a 13 HP. Okay, that's fine.
I think you have your own HP though.
Yeah. Well, if it goes away, I think I still have it back. So okay. So
Okay, let me give this. How do I add this so that you can use it?
can I go diagonally?
Yeah.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I don't think I can make it. 5, 10, 15, 20.
How do I add so that she can use the token?
You double click on
by?
the token, controlled by.
Characters determined by character settings.
50, okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45.
Just tell me where you want to go and I'll drag you there.
Okay, I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. I'm going to come right down here where I'm peeing.
Okay, all right, sounds good.
And I'm going to hope to God that that's far enough away that it can't reach me yet.
All right. You run off, and as you run, turn into a panther and run away towards the book. You smell the fresh scent of poop with your new panther scent ability, and we're going to take a quick 3-minute break, and when we come back, we will find out what is this poop all about.
Yeah.
right, welcome back, everyone. Let's get back into this combat with the T-Rex to save this this book by a strange wizard known as a Sarek. All right, let's get that skirmish music going again, shall we? There we go. All right, so Lalu, that was your action. Yori, you're up.
Ooh, it's my turn. Well, Lalu seems to be handling the book well, so I'm going to take another... I'm still in the mouth, aren't I?
Yes, you are.
The mouth.
Ooh, can I
You can make
stab it in the mouth?
Okay.
With the eye.
And then you can make a DC 17 escape attempt after you stab him.
Oh, after?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Like you're just hanging by a foot, so you're kind of swinging around.
Yeah,
I will say the attack's a disadvantage, though, because you're kind of in his mouth.
I understand. So also I read it, and you can take the damage away from my last attack. It's not that I get advantage, it's that I am guaranteed the bonus damage with advantage. And if there's someone 5 feet in front of the monster, I don't need advantage for the bonus damage.
Okay. Well, whatever. It's
Yeah.
It's too late.
It's too late now.
Too late.
Ooh, hey, that's a pretty good stab, though.
Unfortunately, you're at a disadvantage, so you miss.
Damn it.
Swing wildly as he's flaring you around in his mouth. You can try to make an escape, though, if you want to do acrobatics, if you want to do strength, whatever.
Acrobatics.
All right. You cannot get out. You are stuck there. He is going to inflict that damage automatically on his turn.
Oh God, Yori, don't die.
Wiley, you're up.
Wiley's like doing bad and she's on the ground, but she sees Yori is in its mouth and just is filled with rage at her friend's danger. And so she casts Commander's Sight, which means I get to choose one creature I can see within 60 feet of me. Until the start of my next turn, my allies have advantage on attack rolls against that target.
Okay.
So I'm like mentally telling everyone, like, do anything to get Yori out of that guy's mouth. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Soothing Presence on everyone, which gives each target 3 temporary hit points per side point spent. And I'm going to spend 5, so everybody gets 15 temporary hit points.
Oh my God.
Cool.
Nice.
And I just, like, I look at everybody and just say, I love you guys so much. I feel like we're going to die right now. And I'm just, like, giving you all the last of my energy.
All right. Very cool. All right. Here it goes. He automatically hits for 38 points of damage on Lila. You cannot use your uncanny dodge because you're restrained.
Yori?
Pardon me,
Yori,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I was
I'm-
more about a canny dodge.
How did he do that?
He bites, and basically, I'm assuming you go unconscious at this point. Are you still around with those 15 bonus hit points?
I'm guessing I'm trying to read the uncanny dodge right now, like the specific rules. It's if you can see the enemy, use your reaction to have the damage done, but that's once per turn. What's the difference between like? It's obviously I can't do it again because I did it last time.
I think it's like every turn you can, but I'm saying it you can't, and it's because you're restrained.
Then yeah, I'm dead.
Well, you're not yet. You're not dead yet. At that, the T-Rex moves against the one that last moved, which was the Panther. So off he goes. 5, 10, 15,
Ooh, opportunity attacks.
25, 30. Yep. 35, 40, 45, 50. And Yori,
Yes.
you're in the mouth still.
Yeah.
Yeah, for 7 points.
All right. You slash at it as it goes away. You want to attack as well, Wiley? Do you have it?
I don't know what an opportunity attack is.
You just attack him with a weapon if you have one.
Oh, I have a mace thing. Can I just swing it at him?
You can use the mace thing, definitely.
The mace thing! Let's find my mace thing. Boop! 19.
19, you hit, so roll your damage.
Really mad. Roll damage. Nope, I didn't do it right. Hang on. 1d6.
While she's doing that, I still have the moonbeam on him, and he started in the moonbeam.
Right.
But I would like to argue that the moonbeam only has a certain set like space of damage. So can I just moonbeam the back of him so that it doesn't hit Yori?
Yeah, sure. Sure, when it's a big enough hit that it should be fine.
Okay.
8 damage, all right.
I get 8 damage.
All right.
And I I skipped it last time, so can I have to or not? Because I forgot.
This is only the next round. This is its second action, so it would have hit it the first. Yeah, so this will count for that one until it comes back to your next action. So he does make his save. So he takes 2 points of damage, of radiant damage. The light tickles his skull a little bit as he runs off with a halfling in his teeth.
Yeah.
All right, very unconscious. You see that at this point, as he gets close to the panther, can't quite make it. He flips. He's kind of moving his head like he's going to flip Yori into the air for a quick snack. Top of the order, Langus.
I can't get there. I can't make it in time. All right, so I will move my 30 feet here, and then like 20 here, and then like 10 over here, trying to get towards the front of it and catch its eye, because I think I see that it's going after what's moving the most. So
it does seem to be doing that, yeah.
I like wave stuff and yell at it and over here, big bones!
And all the snakes come and just swallow you whole.
The end.
No! All right, Lalu.
Oh my god. Okay, so I'm a panther and I'm looking at Yori, who might turn into food, and I'm looking at the book because it's so close, and I know we need the book, but I also know I need to save my friend. And I think that if I run to grab the book, that the T-Rex will drop Yori and leave her on the ground. So I just run towards the book and I pick it up in my mouth, and before I pick it up, I do a rah, a panther, rah, rah, like hiss at it.
Meow.
And then, I pick up the book in my mouth, and then
all right.
I just run like back around, I guess, as close as I can get to like the wall or up towards, I guess, where Wiley is.
All right, so that was about 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. There you go. So you got the book in your hand.
Yeah.
All right. Yori, make your death saving throw, please.
Ooh, my favorite part of the game. Where are you? Death saves. Bam.
Oh my god.
I believe that counts for 2, does it not?
Yes.
Ah.
Well, it is the finale, guys.
It is the finale. All bets are off, man.
We're not going to need her here in about 45 minutes.
Oh, God.
All right.
We all die.
Gonna make an intelligence check for the T-Rex.
Oh my god.
Next season on Misscliks.
-1.
He's not very smart.
And -2.
Wow.
Brilliant.
It stupidly does not finish off Yori. It is going to instead attack the fast-moving panther. Langus, you get an attack of opportunity. Yori, I'm gonna say it actually drops you because it likes panther meat apparently. So you're right there on the ground. That is a hit. Yes, definitely.
Wow.
All right. You slash at the back of its legs, cutting it open down to the muscle. You can actually see the muscle separate, and it staggers a little bit as it puts its weight down. You can actually hear muscle almost like twine snapping inside its leg, and it eventually gets to Lalu. 35 points of damage.
Oh shit.
Okay. So I definitely.
Are you out? You shouldn't be out yet, are you?
I'm not a panther anymore, that's for sure. But I'm still alive.
Okay.
Got a few HP left, so.
Are you shifting back, or are you staying in the form?
Aren't I forced to shift back once I think I'm forced to shift back, and the amount of hit points is taken from my character's total hit points because it's dropped below the hit points of the panther. So it's basically whatever my hit points minus 35, right, Neil?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm correct. Okay, so yeah, I am back into myself and I have a couple HP and I am frantically trying to read the book to see if there's anything I can do.
You're gonna frantically read the book?
I mean, this is just flavor. I mean, it's not my turn. I'm just sort of trying to see.
All right.
anything at
Hey,
all.
if you can build us a quick portal with your
Yeah, I'm like,
do it, please.
So, it's action. Legus, you're up.
I will throw my sword to the ground and take Yori's cloak that she wears and just like tightly bind it around her legs in a attempt at binding her wounds. I think that's a medicine check to stabilize.
All right, go for it. I think you need a 10, right?
I think I need a 10, but I'm not really good at this sort of thing. So, hello!
You are.
You stabilize her this round. That is your action. You can still move if you want to.
I will stand up, which is half my movement, and pick up my sword and just go to stand in front of Yori.
Okay. All right. Lalu, you are conscious. What is your action?
yeah. So I am going to turn into I think a brown bear.
I already had it selected.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a brown bear because that has a lot of HP. So I'm gonna turn into a brown bear, and then I can attack him when I can turn into a brown bear and then attack, right, on this turn. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna attack him and hope that works. So let me pull up my brown bear really quickly. Sorry, I should have these memorized, but
you do get +5 if yours is lower. You still get +5, and it's a D8 +4 for his bite and 2d6 +4 for his claws.
D8 +5, you said?
You do one bite and one claw attack.
Okay.
And they're both at +5 to hit.
Okay. So roll 1d8 +5, right? Is that?
That's for your damage. You roll hit. It's a D20 +5.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
Oh.
So that's a critical hit. So you're doing I guess 2d6 plus what did I say 4? I just closed it.
That is correct.
Yeah. So 2d6 +4.
Nice.
Holy crap! Wow. Okay, it's pretty badly hurt as you bite into it. Go ahead and make your claw attack.
Oh, do you want to take the
Actually,
one
you know
that
what?
I made above?
You know what? Add 2 more to that because that should have been a D8s for the bite attack. The claws are 2d6. So I'll add 2 more points to that. Okay. So now, this is the same. If you're going to do a claw attack, it's the same +5, and it does a D8 +4 damage.
So roll 1d8 +5.
You have to hit first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
That does not hit. Unfortunately,
No.
You swipe with the claw after biting into its leg, where that open muscle that Langus cut open with his blade. You bite into it, tearing at the tendons of the muscle, ripping them out, and it's starting to stagger back on its leg. It hardly can hold its frame up anymore. Lalu, Yori's unconscious, but she's stabilized. Not conscious, but stabilized. Wiley.
I'm going to try that thing where I hope I can convince him that we're all really icky.
I rolled a 1d8 +5. Was it supposed to be 1d20 +5?
Oh, yes.
Okay, sorry. I'm very tired, so I was like, I don't know what's happening.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, hold on.
let me roll that. Sorry.
No, you're good.
1d20 +5. Okay,
Okay, that's a hit. So now you roll a D8 +4 damage.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I was like, wait, this is not how it usually goes. Okay, nice.
All right.
Sorry, guys.
Every bit counts. All right. So you slash at him. You're just digging into that leg, and it starts to fall over now. It goes down kind of on its side, and it's like flailing about, snapping with its jaws. Its tail is flinging about, but it has collapsed on its side. It's still conscious, though. Wiley, what were you saying?
Now that he's on his side, I'm going to like kind of get to my feet a little bit and be like, "We are not food, sir!" And visions of disgust and hope that he thinks that we're all really icky. So
Okay.
he needs to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please. While I get my dice ready.
Natural 20.
It's a pretty smart T-Rex.
All right,
He's
so-
he's not having that shit.
Let me get this going here. So he takes half of this. Cool, so
Man,
11.
that's a lot of damage. 11. Okay.
Yeah.
You hit him and his head flails back and he hits it against a tree and cracks his skull and he's flailing around wildly.
Yeah.
He is still conscious though. He will take a bite attack at disadvantage because he's just wildly flailing around against the brown bear. 15. Does 15 hit you in bear form?
Let me look.
I think it does, but
I think it does.
yes, your armor class is 11.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
35 piercing damage.
You take 35 piercing damage.
All right. Well, I'm not a bear anymore, but I'm still alive.
Wow. Okay. And it's going to be a tail attack. I think he's got.
No, he can't attack me again.
No, he can. He can flail and hit Langus.
It's like,
So this one's also at disadvantage.
No way.
15. No, it does
Try
not.
again next time, buddy.
All right, he hits against your shield, and you slide back in the ground a bit, but you hold fast and does not get through your shield. Top of the order, Langus.
Seeing that Yori's not dying, I will leap to the attack.
All right, go ahead, make your attack roll.
And
Why
remember,
is-
he gets advantage on it.
Oh yeah, you're at advantage.
Thank you. 19 to hit
That is definitely a hit.
for
Roll your
11
damage.
points of damage.
nice.
Better.
All right. As you charge in, what does this look like as you draw your blade and finish this son of a bitch?
Langus finds an odd reserve of strength in him. Maybe it's the losing all the weight from hiking through the jungle for months on end. Maybe it's the sudden kinship with these people who are almost dying. But Langus leaps through the air over the dinosaur's tail with a two-handed overside strike near the dinosaur's hip joints, right in that soft spot between the bony hip and the tender underbelly.
Nice. All right, so you slice him open and blood pours out like a river as you finish this thing off, and it roars as it gasps its last breath and then goes silent.
Ugh.
Oh my god.
Well done. Well done. All right, so
Goodness.
what do you guys do?
Immediately heal myself.
Okay.
So I guess we're not in battle anymore, so I'll just cure wounds and heal back up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's
10 points, so I'm okay.
all right.
I'll cast cure wounds too. I'll just kind of walk over. I still have the book, I think,
Yes.
and it's a little bitten and slobbery from being in my animal mouths.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of dusting it off, healing myself because I was at 2 HP.
Oh, damn, that thing does so much damage, man. My God, that bite.
So I'm kind of recovering and walking over and offering to cure anyone else's wounds who need it and do that. So if anybody else needs cure wounds.
Yori needs it.
Yeah, she's.
I can't ask for it, but I do need it.
I see her as I walk around the dinosaur, the dead T-Rex, and I run over and heal her.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how many spells do you have for healing? How many slots do you have left?
I believe if we had full at the beginning, I only cast cure wounds on myself. So I think I have 1 or 2 more. I have healing word and cure wounds, and I think I have 1 or 2 slots for those. But I think I can cast cure wounds on her, right?
Okay. Yeah, and it's at maximum, so 11, I think.
Yeah, so I think I get 2 of those.
Okay, so do you want to give them both to Yori?
I gave one to myself already, so I'll give her 1.
Okay, so you get 11 hit points back, Yori. So you
I'm at 1.
Well, I know you start at 0, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So you snap awake as this healing energy courses through you, and Reese somehow sets the bone that was snapped when he bit your ankle, and you're still a bit sore, but you are conscious. And you have the book.
Huh. Well, that okay. If I could, die and then come back to life and everything's solved, this would be, a pretty good adventure. This is, what do we do now?
I would check for traps on that book before you just go opening it, because that Acerat guy seems real weird.
I did open it when I tried to open it when I was a panther. Nothing.
Speaking of which, as you would say, Asterix name, did anyone? I want everyone to make a history check to see if they know what that name.
Right.
That
yeah,
means
because that
anyone.
sounded familiar to me when we got there.
Nope.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But I guess
Wiley and Alalu, the name you're now that you're talking about it again, you're thinking about it and you're like, why is this name familiar? And you remember having, well, you in particular, Alalu, you probably heard some talk in the streets, Wiley, like just people talking about stuff that's happening around town, rumors and that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But you remember when you were traveling and you were talking with Jessamine, there was some talk that some theories that the one that's behind this death curse is an ancient lich named Asterix.
Yeah, I'm going to just share with the group, especially since Wiley wasn't with us, kind of, guys, don't you remember the whole death curse thing?
That's not him.
I'm pretty sure it's the same guy. I don't think there's that many of them. And also he gave off a pretty weird, creepy vibe before when we met him. So I would assume that that's the same guy.
He's also buddies with the evil, long dead lizard person that was trying to be resurrected with Zorm's body.
Yeah. Wasn't there an undead army at some point?
Well, he's not a lich yet, or so I don't think. And we have his book, which I could assume would be a tool, an instrument used to be a lich. So maybe we just disappear.
If we've traveled back in time, perhaps we can stop him.
Oh, we could kill him.
I agree. We may be a minority here, but we have a duty to report him to the proper authorities.
I think there are proper authorities out here.
We're in the middle of the jungle. You?
We are the proper...
I am a noble. I am allowed to dispense justice as needed. Don't roll your eyes, Lalu.
Langus, it has come to our attention that there is a potential lich in the making, and we
should put it
request
down.
permission to kill it.
Absolutely. Permission granted. Let's go put it to the end.
Wait, do you guys have any interest in reading his book to see what else he's up to?
I think maybe we should check it and then maybe check it out if we can.
No, never mind. That's crazy.
What?
Let's look at the book. No, let's look at the book.
Okay.
So you're gonna read it?
Can someone detect traps or magic or something attached to that book first before it's
a thieves' tool.
formally opened and read?
This would
like
be
a book.
I think this is an investigation.
Okay.
What is it again, Neil? I always forget.
I don't know.
Well,
Okay.
there's
Whatever you
insight,
want.
There's arcana, there's history, religion,
I would say make.
investigation.
Is anyone using any magic to do this investigation, or are you just kind of looking at it? Just looking at it?
I don't have any magic.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
I don't have-
All right. So who's opening the book and who's testing it right now?
I'll do a trap test. Make sure no one dies of poison again traumatically.
Yeah.
All right,
Let's trap test it first.
All right. Make an investigate check.
Okay. It's all good.
It's good.
Should
It's
I-
totally
are you
good.
It's just a normal book. No, listen here.
I'm
It's
gonna.
just a book. Nothing
listen.
bad.
I'm
All right.
Okay. So you open it up.
Yep.
Everyone make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh God damn it!
It's all good.
You need a 15. You need a 15 to succeed.
Do you have advantage from anything at all, like being cautious?
Nope.
You guys,
How do I do a saving throw?
we should have just
Click on
thrown
dexterity.
the book into the ocean.
You click. Yeah.
Oh no, that's just dexterity. Oh,
No, that's
I see it now. Sorry.
We've all failed.
Everyone failed?
Yeah. Yeah, we all failed.
Everyone takes this much damage.
Oh,
Is anyone still conscious?
Yes.
I am, yeah.
I'm not.
There's this weird, as the book opens, it's almost like the book itself sucks in all of the air around you, and you feel like your ears pop, and then an explosion of searing white fire explodes out in all directions, burning everything in its path, leaving a sphere of burnt jungle, probably about 20 feet up as well, and it's the rest of the trees in like another 30 or 40 feet are just burning.
I should have healed
Oops.
myself.
And your ears, if you're conscious, are ringing really badly. Blood's trickling out of your nose and your ears.
Is the book shut or is it still open?
It's open.
I shut the book.
I start crawling over to the people in my party who are not moving and try and rebind their wounds.
Yeah, Wiley's unconscious for sure.
All right,
Shut the
so
book.
I think Yori is closest to me, so I'm going to start with Yori, and then like run. I guess no, Wiley's probably pretty close to
I
me.
don't know.
Yeah, we're all standing.
Well, where is the book at? I guess.
Okay, so who's conscious?
I
Lalu
grab
and...
it, yeah.
All right, so you guys are both
Wait.
stabilized.
Do
No problem.
Okay, before I shut it, I want to look at what it is. If it's where it's open, is it like open to a page?
You kind of open it right in the middle. So
I crawl over to
I want you
it.
to roll percentile dice.
How do I do that?
Probably
Roll
with the
D100,
Yeah, roll D100. Yeah, just one.
right?
Yep. That's okay.
Oh my
Right
God.
in the middle.
Right in the center. Give me the best of either one. Give me the good one.
So you get right to the middle, and you are in the middle of what looks like diagrams and explanations for something that he's creating called In Memoriam. It looks like some kind of device that he's creating to, as you kind of flip through, you can see that there's multiple drawings, and one of the drawings you see is that thing that you saw in his hut, that skull on top of that weird goblet with the arcane writing around it. It's called In Memoriam, and it looks like he's creating it because he believes that their tribe is going to die. He doesn't think they're going to be able to survive because Sidrid isn't. He has notes. It's kind of like the Mad Writings. It's his journal, but also his research book. He believes Sidrid is dead and that they're not coming back. He thinks they're going to die here. Their tribe is going to die on this beach. So he's creating this device to take their souls into it so that he can, at some point, release them, but they can still be together. He doesn't say how that's going to work, but basically, he says he's already done it. There's a note there that it was successful, and he writes a little note. There's a date of death of one of the tribe members. 2 weeks ago, someone was clearing trees, and a tree fell on them. They died, and as they died, he took their soul into the In Memoriam.
We need to break this now.
So I'm awake, right? Me and Yori are stable.
Yeah, well, you're not awake, but yeah, sure, whatever. You guys, a few minutes later, wake up with horrific burns all over your body.
Oh my God, what happened?
The book happened.
Let's all take a short rest here to recover HP, but that soulmonger thing is here on the island.
Soulmonger.
Remember way back in Port Nyanzaru?
Uh-huh.
The death curse and everything. It was
Yeah.
caused by an ancient artifact that they had called the soulmonger that is sucking up everyone's souls and preventing them from being resurrected. I think that's what this book is. I think this man invented the soulmonger that is causing the death curse in Chult.
Oh. Okay.
I don't know how it's all of a sudden activated at a later point in time, and I don't know my history well enough to know if it's been active all along, but I thought it was a recent thing, but it's an ancient artifact, so wiser minds than me are needed to really understand this, but it's bad.
Time travel.
Thank you.
Explained.
Oh god, maybe we shouldn't take it with us then. That was my first thought.
Do we break it and then
Maybe we should take it to a great intelligent person who knows what to do with it, rather than recklessly destroy things.
Does it say?
Balu knows what I'm talking about.
I do. I think maybe we just should get it. I don't know how.
There's a reward for it, Yori.
Wait, what? Are you saying that this is treasure?
This is potential
Ancient treasure?
treasure, yes.
If we can get back to our own timeline.
Yes.
So
But that's a small detail.
you guys distract the town. I go and steal the Goblet of Death. We run back to the temple and through the portal into our own timeline and go to Port Nyanzar and become millionaires. Whatever that means.
Didn't he say the portal's only one way?
Yeah,
We don't
but
know
there's
that.
only one way.
But his friend never came back, so maybe his friend went, maybe it's one way each way.
That's that's two ways. Didn't he say that there's a way to? Is there anything? Can we look through the book and see if there's a way to create a portal?
You want to turn the page?
No.
Wiley said, does the book say of any, like, how he made this thing? Because maybe we can kind of take it apart the way he made it and, like, bring it in pieces? That way it doesn't kill us or something? Because everything we touch seems to try to kill us these days, and I don't want to die again.
Can we look at the book and see if this thing can be taken apart?
I mean, like, aren't your friends dying too? Don't we need to, like, make sure this thing never becomes whole again?
I'm not smart enough to answer that question, Wiley. I don't know how it works.
What I'm saying is, do you get the reward if it's in two pieces, or do you get the reward if it's in one piece?
I think the reward will be great enough that whether it's in one or two pieces, we won't really notice the difference. I think this is a pretty big piece of treasure we found.
Could you imagine how much treasure would be now in the past? It'd be worth way more. That's how money works.
If we're in the past and if we just destroyed it now, wouldn't it just release the souls that are currently in it and none in the future would ever be affected?
Is that how it works?
I think we should take it back with us to someone who knows what to do with it.
Back where?
Where?
Yeah!
To the real time.
Back to the jungle where we don't know where we are?
Back to the future, Wiley. We have to go back.
I mean, I guess we know where Port Nyanzaru started, and they couldn't have moved it, right? So...
I think that we might be able to time travel with the temple again, and if not, at least we could bury it somewhere where no one will ever find it again, or something. But it must be gotten away from
the toilet.
Down the toilet.
Maybe we should get it first, and then decide what to do with it, since we still don't have it.
We don't know how long that's going to be, but I agree. Let's make a move now.
Okay, let's take a 1 hour nap.
Okay.
But in an hour.
In an hour.
All right, you guys rest up, and are you gonna head back to the village?
Oh, hells yes.
All right, you guys take
Take the book with us?
Wait! I mean, like, we should... This guy's smart. I think we should do a thing where we're like, Asarak! We really tried to do what you said, but you were a total turd and didn't tell us about that dinosaur, so we still don't have that book, or, you know. And then he'll be like, oh, these idiots, and then he'll leave to go get it or something. Like, I don't know, there has to be some smart plan here.
Oh, I think I know. I think we can distract them sufficely. They've never seen chainmail like this or steel weapons.
Okay, but
and Wiley, you and I put on a show match and down by the water. Get everyone to come watch us fight each other. And while we do it, Yori.
If I know something about book nerds, they are not going to be interested in a show fight.
But you know what they will be interested in? A tiefling transforming into a bear before their very eyes.
I don't know if that's a new concept either, Lingus.
Well, look.
What I'm saying is, I don't know if we should do a whole village sort of, like, trick here, or like just be like a Serac? What do we do? We're too dumb. Like, I feel.
So
there a way we can
as you
convince
say
him?
that, you hear a voice behind you say, "Well, why don't you just tell me what it is exactly you want?"
God damn it.
Azaric, wonderful friend. We almost got eaten by this giant dinosaur. Have you seen these before?
Yes, I have seen that one before. That was the
That one in particular.
That's the one that chased me away. But I'm quite interested in this conversation that you've been having. It's very, very interesting indeed. I think I know the truth of the matter now. I know where you come from.
Oh yeah.
Can I hide in the shadows?
Can I put the book like behind my back?
No, he's been watching
Damn
this for a
it.
while.
Damn it.
Okay. Where do you think we come from?
There's an element of my spell that I didn't properly think out. I wanted us to be able to travel outside of time and space, but we ended up here. The spell didn't work. I'm assuming that time has slowed down here, and you have come technically from a future.
Yeah, well, there was this whole other part you should have told us about how your book was going to explode if it opened, and this big dino thing that you pooped your pants about earlier.
You should be going through people's personal belongings. That's a protective measure.
You shouldn't send people to get belongings you don't want opened, sir.
I don't think that makes any sense.
You don't make any sense, sir.
She's got you there.
He puts out his hand. I'll have the book, please.
I don't think so.
Give me the book, and I will send you back to where you came from.
Ooh, well. Wait a
Hey,
minute.
how do you know how to send us back if you guys can't get back yourself, sir?
I never said that.
Oh, so you're just a big turd.
Huh.
You said it was a one-way portal.
I did.
I told you it's one way each way.
Oh, okay.
You can
Wiley
enter from
starts
either side.
running for the village. Wiley runs for the village. Just runs.
She's fast. You'll never get the book now.
I don't have the book, but Wiley runs for the village.
That's the point, Wiley. It's the point.
So he watches her go.
So do we all. You just start running.
I'm running, and I'm like, I'm gonna tell all your friends how big of a turd you are.
All right,
I
so
say
you
that.
all start running?
Nope, just don't worry about that.
So he's still got his hand out. Give me the book, and I can return you home. And we can
Give us the soulmonger.
The what?
The soul-eating device.
It's not a soul-eating device. It stores the souls of those that have fallen here in our village.
And it is causing endless havoc in our place and time.
How? That's not possible.
Those that are resurrected are dying again. And it brings our death saving throws up to 15 instead of 10.
He thinks about it. He's like, but this is just for me.
You've made mistakes before with unintended consequences. Think about it.
If you really care about your tribe, you'll give us the goblet.
Or stop using it.
Our tribe will die, and we will be forgotten. This way, they can remain with me until I can come up with a solution that they can live again.
You know a spell called Magic Jar? Well, don't use it.
I want all of you to make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Am I making this since I'm...
No, you're not there, so no.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me know at what point I reach the village.
Okay, I will. He looks and he says, "What happens to it? What happens to me?"
You're still around. You're good. Everybody's good, actually. Nyanzaro grows and thrives, and there's tons of people, and people get resurrected from death, and it's actually pretty great. if you would just give us that goblet, we could actually make everything better for you.
Until you start raising armies of the undead and attacking people.
That's,
as an
well,
evil
we don't,
undead.
this
How
might,
am I alive in the time that you come from?
you're very powerful. You learn, you study, you know how to make time, you like make portals, you know, you get better.
Have you heard of a lich?
Let's
Do you have liches in this time? No, Lalu, we need to be honest with him. There's no way we're getting back. He already knows that we're lying to him. There's no point lying anymore.
I would never do that. I would never become that.
Well, it looks like you don't have much of an option because, as you said yourself, we're from a different timeline. We're from the future, and the future that we're in, you're a bad guy.
How far would you go to save your people? Would you do that?
Yeah, he goes quiet and he looks down. Then it has to be destroyed.
Yes.
Come with me. At that point, you arrive, Wiley, in town, screaming your head off, and everyone's kind of looking as you enter town.
I yell for Celia, the little girl.
Yeah, she's there.
And I'm like, Celia, gather everyone right here as fast as you can, okay? Let's see how many people we can get right here. Go! And then, like, hopefully...
Okay, so she disperses and starts... She just listens for some reason. Off she goes. After a few moments, everyone else arrives in town, led by Asarak.
Oh, well, And
the town is already starting to gather up around you.
I am broadcasting to everyone. I need you all to listen to me. We're from the future. Your friend Asarak is gonna be a bad guy, and we need you guys to know.
Wait, Wiley.
Safe, but I'm just like trying to tell them so that they know, like,
I just look at her like,
listen to him.
Tell her to like read my mind, and in my mind I'm like, stop talking. I think we figured it out.
So he steps forward. He steps into the circle and he says, "It's true. I will become something that I would never have dreamed I would become."
Wiley's like, I told you.
I don't like the way he's phrasing that.
And he kind of looks over to Saduk and says, "I was misguided in the way that I saw the In Memoriam device. I think it's going to lead me down a dark path, and we must destroy it." And Saduk kind of steps forward and says, "But you said that you don't think we're going to last here. What will become of us? We'd be safe stored in there, our souls, until you could find another way." And he doesn't say anything back. He just says, he does. He just like, it has to be done. And he walks into his hut.
Yori looks to the townspeople and says, we can help you survive and thrive. We're worldly travelers. we can help you with agriculture and socioeconomic problems and lordship.
She's an accountant.
Oh, yes.
She knows what she's talking about.
I like that last bit.
And we can go to the library.
Like dino racing, I promise.
Goddamn
Do not
dino
fear
racing.
the future, because that's where we're from.
We have seen the future of Port Neon Zaru, and it is great.
You can thank your leader Asarak for mistakenly putting together this portal that brought us here from the future, and we know how to help you guys. It'll be great.
Wait, is he going into his hut by himself?
Yeah, are we watching?
Yeah.
Can we watch
No,
this? Like,
no one's watched. No one said they were following or anything.
Guys, we should go after him.
we should go check on
Yeah.
that.
He's going to go get the cup. He's bringing it.
But we should go make sure. Well,
Let's just help him.
But yeah.
Let's help him help himself.
Yeah.
We run.
Right.
I think Lang and I like run over.
So after like a minute or two, you realize you just let him go, and you run towards his tent. Are all of you going, or just some of you?
I follow them.
Wiley, are you going with?
I'm staying with the townspeople.
Okay.
Someone responsible needs to be in charge of these townspeople.
So as you burst into his hut, he turns around and he has the device in his hands, and he's looking into the skull part of this device, and he looks to the three of you as you walk in, and he's uttering something under his breath.
Don't do it! Let it go. Put it down.
All three of you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no. Yori's so dumb though.
Ooh.
Ooh. Damn, Lalu.
I'm so smart.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yori's.
She's just not the brightest.
Put it down.
Yori, you just blackness takes you. You don't know what happens. The other two, the item in his hand just disintegrates. It just like cracks and then turns to dust and falls like ashes down onto the ground. And you feel this weird like suction of air coming in, like as it's being pulled into the room and then blasting out again. And your head hurts, but like it's a psychic power. And you hear one's voice, not screaming, but like weeping. And then it goes away. And he just kind of looks down at his hand and he said, "If you give me the book, I can get you home."
What did you do to Yori?
An unfortunate side effect of the destruction of this item.
Will she live?
I don't know what it's done to her. I'm sorry.
I kneel down and start looking for a pulse or a breath or something.
She's breathing, but she's unconscious.
Okay. I'll cast a healing word on her.
Doesn't seem to do anything.
Okay.
Okay. And
So
we have.
he puts his hand out again. The book, please.
I move over and I start collecting the dust that disintegrated from this thing in my hands and just shove it in a pocket.
Okay.
I reluctantly hand him the book.
Okay, he takes it. We need to go to the gate.
Okay.
I'll pick up Yori in my arms and toss her over my shoulder.
So you guys all leave the hut together. Wiley, you see everyone's kind of murmuring amongst themselves, and they seem to be worried that they all seem to think that this device was actually a good thing. Like they were worried that this thing that was created by Sidra, this like amalgamation of usually races that are hostile towards each other, the Yuan-Ti and the other humanoid races, was a beautiful thing, and they're worried it's going to die now. But they thought it was a good thing that would keep their tribe together. So he strides out with your associates in tow. You wake up after a few minutes, Yori. You take a disadvantage to any kind of mental skill checks until further notice.
I wasn't rolling very well anyway.
Wiley's been like mentally like encouraging people. Like I have spells that like make them like comforted and joyous and all that, and we'll pretend I did those.
Okay.
And like I'm like, you guys are gonna be so great. I'm sure you guys will be like dino riders, and you guys are gonna start gangs that'll cause all sorts of problems. It'll be great. Like, I'm just trying to like set them up for success because I love them.
Okay.
As I bow out and follow my friends to wherever they're going.
All right. So do you guys follow him to the gate?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. He goes up to the gate. These guys walk up these steps towards the gate, and he's looking at the circular stone structure, and that energy is still there. And he's flipping through his book, and he's got his hand out. He's obviously doing something magical, or he's reading an aura or something like that. And he reaches out, and he's not even looking when he says it. He's like, "I need one of you to grab my hand."
Wiley grabs his hand.
All right. Okay, and he's
Hold
like,
your hand.
and he slowly puts his hand towards the portal, and his hand kind of disappears inside it, and you hear this really weird whooshing noise, and your hair kind of blasts back, all of you, as this energy comes out of it, and he steps back and lets go of your hand, and he says, "I think I've attuned the aura to where you came from. I can't... This is some weird time magic that I'm not entirely sure how it's going to pan out. There might be a few hiccups, but it will get you home. I promise you that."
Cool, thanks, bye. I walk through the portal.
Lalu's gone.
The portal's gone?
No, just Lalu is.
I put an arm around Wiley's shoulders and kind of pull her towards the portal with me and Yori over my other shoulder.
I'm
Wait,
like,
Yori kind of shakes though. She's like, whoa, let go of me. Let go of me. Put me down.
You're down or you're awake?
I'm awake.
Wiley, like he tried to like let go of my hand, but I like wouldn't let go. I really want to hold on to a Sarak's hand, and I like take his other hand, and I'm like, "Thank you for being so cool. I'm really glad we didn't have to try to kill you, because like I hate doing that. And like I really hope that you figure things out, and you guys are gonna be so good. Don't even worry about it, okay? You guys are gonna be so good."
While he's
Like,
distracted,
where-
is he still holding on to the book?
Like kiss his
Yes.
hand.
He still has the book, yes.
How tightly is he holding on to it?
It's like it's tucked underneath his arm, like into his armpit.
While he's distracted, Yori tries to steal the book and runs.
Okay.
Oh
Make-
my god.
Sleight of hand.
Well, all of this is happening. I'm wherever I am, wondering what's taking them so long. Nice, Yori.
Nice.
Nice roll.
So you grab it, you yank it out of his hand and run. The last words you hear is, "That can't go through the gate."
I run after Yori.
All right, Wiley, he just looks at you and he's like, "I can't promise where this is going to end up."
I roll my eyes and I'm like, I am sincerely sorry about your behavior. Please don't let that reflect on our friendship that we have built. Best. If there's any way I can return your book to you, I will do it. But
I think this is a one-way trip.
yeah,
You should probably
Oh.
take it.
you're in my future, so maybe
Is
we'll
the
see.
portal still open, like to go back the other
Yeah,
way?
it's still there. Yeah.
I reach through and like try to grab.
No, you can't do that.
I
Why did you
go
go
into
in?
the portal.
Alright.
Okay, good. I'm trying to figure out how to do that then.
You guys all come out the other side and you kind of blast through and you end up like in this dust-covered room. Like it feels like a basement. If like a basement somewhere. There's crates and things all over the place, and the stone circle is there, but it's crumbled and the energy is gone. And it's very dim light coming through a floorboard somewhere above you. And you can hear people and the ocean and noise.
I say, this basement looks civilized. I'm just very excited.
You said there are floorboards above us that we can see through?
Yep.
I want to lift Yori up onto my shoulders and press her towards the ceiling to see if she can see what's above us.
What do I see?
Make a perception roll. It looks like you are in some kind of you are in a town somewhere. In fact, when you take a look around, it's right at street level. There's like a trap door there, almost like a sewer entrance, you would think, but this is like an older part of the city that's been built over. And you're just kind of looking around. You're pretty sure you are exactly where that other portal was, where the original town was founded. It looks like you're back at your normal time.
Guys, I think we made it.
We made it back to the future.
To our time, at least. I think. Is
Where
there
are we now, though?
any doors? Any way out?
Yeah, there's like an old wooden trap door that is part of the street. Like it's
Let's
and
go.
it's got some stuff on it, like maybe some barrels and stuff above, but you just no problem can push it open. As you guys crawl out and you see the whole port in front of you, like you are right in Port Nyanzaru and the ships are all there. And as you kind of step out into the light, it's kind of bright and blinding. You see a ship just taking off, just setting sail. And you see yourselves watching the city as it disappears and it sails away into the distance.
Yori's clutching onto the book and shudders. All the hairs on her arms go up.
Wiley sees us and we're like, oh my god, we're fucked.
And that's where we're going to end this week's final episode.
That was so good.
Time loop.
Holy crap.
That's amazing.
All right, we're a little bit over time here, not too
Okay.
much, but let's do a quick outros. Britt, you're up.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. This was so much fun. I don't know what's coming next, but just keep an eye on the Misscliks Twitter or our Twitters, and we'll let you know when we have more news for more D&D if we get to do it. But thank you so much for watching. This was so much fun. And I just look forward to more gaming in the future and watching you guys on your streams. And Danny, take it. Just take it.
Hi, I'm at Danny Hartel on all the things. You should also follow at Craft Tags. That's my show right here on the D&D channel every Monday at noon, where I am making a whole outfit for my personal D&D character, Scrummy. She serves Zugtmoy as a warlock gnome who lives in the Underdark, and she's super cool. And we're making her a whole outfit, and there's going to be makeup and shit. It's going to be super cool. So right here, Mondays at noon, do all that. Neil!
Hey everybody, I'm Neil. I was playing Langus. I don't know what we'll be doing in the future. I do a bunch of D&D stuff on my channel, and I will be having a show here on Saturday evening starting on the 24th. It's called Heroes Graveyard, and it'll be in its second season. What about you, Kelly?
Hey everyone, my name is Kelly Link on the internet. You can find me at Hello Kelly Link, and I host and do interviews for video game events and tournaments. I just got to do the Twitch hosting summit, which was in San Francisco. We had 16 people come, and myself, Ezekiel the Third, Rachel, Anna Prosser, DJ Wee, and a bunch of other people at Twitch Studios got the opportunity to coach these people and help show them ways of being a better host and interviewer. But I don't have much going on in the next few weeks, so just follow me on Twitter for anything new coming up. But man, that game was amazing. Curtis, that was great.
Oh well, I had a lot of fun with it. I'm glad you guys liked it. I've had that whole time loop thing happen, and since episode 1, so I've been really excited to get to that point. But anyway,
It was really good.
Yeah, so I'm curious where we're gonna go. I know we're talking about doing something new, so I'm curious where we'll go with that. I'll have to think about it. But I'm Curtis Weeb. I was the DM for the second season of Misscliks Risen. I had a wonderful time. I am gonna be wrapping up my own Twitch stuff soon. I've got a couple shows that I'm working on. Probably won't be out for probably a month or two, but I am working on it. You can go to my channel. I think it's just my name. It could be. Or you can follow D20 Babe, which is another channel we'll probably be streaming on, so you can check that out. Until then, I guess, as always, keep fit and have fun. Good night, everyone.
Thank you, Curtis. Thank you.
You're welcome.